popping. All right, let's get it popping. Let's get the word out on the Spoutable. Give me just a moment, y'all. Welcome to the Bonnet Chronicles. I'm your host, Kalari GXC. Honey, let me make sure that my voice is coming through. Okay, let's see. It looks like the microphone is working. I just want to make sure while I get the word out, if you can hear my babbling. Okay, just let me know. Awesome. All right, so we are going to get the word out on Twitch. Not on, well, we're on Twitch. We're going to get the word out on Spoutable, and then we are going to get this party started. Welcome to the Bonnet Chronicles. As I said before, I'm your host, Kalari GXC, in my room again, so y'all don't mind, I'm sure. One of the things that I needed to get clear as we do these Bonnet Chronicles is while I do, and I will probably add things like react comments, content to it from time to time, there's a certain creator that some of you know now that I'm kind of in, it looks like a one-sided feud, but it's not. She watches my video, she takes dialogue and stuff that I say, and then she tries to throw it back at me. So there has been a back and forth, and I know that she did a grocery haul recently. I'm not picking apart her grocery hauls. It's ridiculous. That whole idea, the fantasy that she's trying to live, that's her fantasy. I don't got to indulge in it. She wants to pretend she's not going to eat all that candy that she just bought, all those juices that she just bought, that her and her husband have people over because they have friends, y'all. We never see those friends. And Little Miss, I used to share my entire life. Now can't share the friends that she allegedly has. They're not in her head. Schizo, the non-diagnosed schizo, of course not. So no, tonight will not have her. But I might have some fun stuff to react to later on. She is totally not worth my time. And welcome to the chat. Awesome. There's going to be some stuff that I talk about just in a bit too that may or may not interest you. Welcome to the chat. I feel like the problem with even wading into whole react and commentary comments is the fact that there's like a weird high school clique shit going on that my old ass, I'm too old for it. I'm going to be quite blunt about it. I like so many of the new reaction channels that I've met over the last few weeks. I'm completely new to this, and I don't want to be put off from having fun with y'all. But if you're feuding and beefing, leave my ass out of it. I want to just be able to hang out in people's chat and not feel like, oh, is that a plant? Oh, is this person because they gave a compliment to this person? I know some of y'all have done that backstab and fuck shit. I get, oh my gosh, am I that loud? Oh shit. I'm sorry. Okay. Because, whoa. I was about to say, my partner, he's really close by, so sorry that y'all. The thing is, I get that people don't like each other. In the adult world, and welcome to Tab Beads, in the adult world, we don't always get along. One of the things I learned from years on Twitter, the place that my Twitter account is collecting digital dust. I know, I'm sorry. I can't be on that site. All I did on that site was fight. Years of fighting. My old group, we thought we were doing political things. We got into some stuff. People were being doxxed. People were being threatened. And then one of the guys who went around telling people he was the leader of my group, and yeah, it's my group. Good, bad, or in between. That group was my group. He was using it to slide into women's DMs, threaten them, and make them send him stuff. I heard it. I saw a lot. And I do take responsibility because I platformed the fucker. That's what I gotta live with that. That's why when I said no groups, not trying to be everybody's friends, I meant that. Team ups have always ended bad because when you're in this for drama content, people's personalities get a bit too big for their britches. People are fucking sneaky and creepy, and you can't control other adults. I have pictures of this dude's fucking newborn because he told me I'm a father, I'm a good man. He wasn't. He wasn't a good man. And because he wasn't a good man, a group that we were doing good things, at least that's what we thought, and that's what I thought. No, it devolved. And then the world just went to shit for 4 years anyway, so there's no point of keeping the group together. I got called a fucking cult leader for all my troubles. That shit was fun. Well, group of wannabe journalists decided that I was going to be their target, so I'm used to people talking shit about me. If you have never been called a fucking cult leader for doing what you do, which was trying to get people fucking politically active and get them voting, can you even say that you've dealt with this kind of shit? So I don't give a fuck what people say on the fucking forums. These people tried to go after my livelihood several times. Every time I got a job, whether it was speech writing or whatnot, these people were on my shit. And I wish it was just paranoia. I had a dude talking about, I would show up at your house. What would you do if I showed up at your house? I'm just like crazy fucking shit. So that's why I said, as much as I want to enjoy commentary and the YouTube stuff, because I don't like Foodie Beauty, I'm not going to hide from not liking her. I've made it clear. She's a target because she's just so annoying to me. If y'all can't just enjoy the fact that I enjoy your content and I gotta have to pick a side, I'm just going to leave everybody alone at this point because I don't want to do that. I just want to have fun and call the heifer out. I just want all of us to realize that we ain't got to like each other. We just got to survive on these internet streets. And way too many people are playing the high school clique games. If you like this person, you can't like that person. If you talk about this person, you can't. People are going to talk shit. Honestly speaking, I've learned that the hard way. I had people that really thought they were friends. And they ended up in DMs constantly. And if you can't say shit about me to my face, don't talk shit behind my back, because it always gets back to me. It's so fucking stupid. There are people just looking. I don't know if they thought they were going to get praises from me. I don't like sharing DMs. You share DM with me, I already know that you cannot be trusted in DMs. That is the first thing that my mind goes to. But there are people that love to run to me when people still, even my Twitter fucking emails are fucking crazy. People constantly, this person said this about you. The last person that did that, I made a video about you. And then she blocked me because I called out your fuck shit. I don't care. If you were a real friend, you'd say it to my face, but you couldn't. I don't like frauds, and that's why I don't play around with the click shit on YouTube. I can't. I just don't. I like blunt people. I like really sarcastic, blunt people. If you can speak your mind, I gravitate towards that. That is the way I am. I was raised to be that way, and it's why people say, oh, you're a sociopath. Yeah, I am. I'm a diagnosed sociopath. I don't understand why people just can't be upfront. Why you just can't be you. So it drives me nuts when people like Twitter was the worst for it. Oh, this person talked to you. I think you'll remember this, Beans, because you were around. You've been my friend for a bit. Remember Lisa? I'm not name dropping last names, so, and then anybody who knows me will know who I'm talking about. Constantly buttering me up, constantly acting like we were BFFs. And I thought she was a sweet person at first. Come to find out, she wasn't so sweet at all. And it wasn't just her rant against black women, even though she was one of the first that was like, oh, listen to black women. I champion black women. Black power. And yeah, you know, one of those. Fortunately for her, she went to the wrong people talking mad shit about me. And it was like, oh, okay, that's how it is. So I did a very public falling out with her because I'd rather be up front. If you don't like me, don't like me. But don't pretend like we're BFFs for everybody to see so that you can get black street cred or whatever. And then talk mad shit because people couldn't wait to run and tell on her. They could not wait to run and tell on you, dum-dum. That's why I said, be real, come correct, or don't waste my time. I don't understand why people do this still. In our age group especially, we're older heifers. And people still do that. And then you had that other lady that she's still floating around. I know she's been trying to get into our friend group for years. I don't remember her name. She changes it so much and it's just exhausting. She's been trying to be my friend for so fucking long, but she's so fucking two-faced. And I could see her. I remember the glasses. And I was just like, no, bitch. Her name changes so much. And then I had the other one who lied to me about being the judge. And how she told me that the lady on Fox News isn't really judge. So many fraud heifers. That's why I don't fuck around with this. So if you are a part of the YouTube commentary gang, and I patronize your channels, I'm in your memberships now or whatnot, I'm here for your content. You ain't got to worry about me being so, I don't have the time for it, and I don't care. I just hate Foodie Beauty enough to where I want to kiki it up with other people who can't stand the heifer. So I hope I'm making myself clear just in case. Because I know that I'm putting a target on myself, even wading in the Deshauntopolis, even a little bit. And I know that some of you like to play games, but I'm telling you right now, I'm old, I'm crazy, and I dealt with political nuts. I dealt with fucking assholes like Louise Mensch and the little fucking wannabe journalist gang, the Scooby-Doo gang as we used to call them, trying to find fucking dirt on me. You ain't gonna find dirt on me. I put my life out there because there ain't nothing I'm ashamed of, stupid. Like, I don't understand these people. When you're up front, you don't gotta worry about doxing. Because if you show up on my property, I'm not going to pull a boogie. I'm going to get your ass arrested like a normal adult person. I don't have to be stupid to show you that a regular adult, even with mental health problems, don't have to give in to your locale shit. I don't care anymore.
I might pull a boogie.
No, you won't. No.
You can come all the way.
Do you know that what that idiot went through doing that stupid fuck shit? No, you will not.
Come all the way up to my house to cause an
Do you
issue?
see how serious I'm being right now?
Yeah.
So stop that. Stop that right now, because he went through some stupid fucking legal shit from that. It was so annoying too, because he whined about it on that documentary, and it was like, you did that. You're an adult. I'm literally crazy. I've went after people with bats when I was younger, and other stupid shit when I was younger. And I'm not saying that if I didn't have to fight, I wouldn't. But if somebody's stupid enough to set foot on our property instead of doing something dumb that could get us in legal shit and fucking civil shit, which he didn't think about. Cops, man. And I don't even like the po-po, but yeah, you get arrested because that's what normal adults do. I don't understand this. Like, I'm not built for the dark ages of the internet. I'm waiting for us to get to the enlightened age. And our media isn't helping with that to segue to this. You know, he likes messing with me, y'all. And now that he's closer and we're not in the office, because I'm tired, I'm not going to lie. I did the exercise. I got the house clean, took care of my stuff. Because unlike some people, I can't sleep 14 fucking hours. And once we're done, I'm just going to chill. I'm fucking tired. I earned it. It was Thanksgiving week, and I hope that you all had a good holiday if you are in the States and you celebrate. You know, and I know that's touchy too. For some people, and I'm going to get to that in a bit when I get to the Thanksgiving portion of the Bonnet Chronicles. It is a touchy thing. And especially given my heritage, it can be touch and go. But I'll tell you how my family and I choose to celebrate what yesterday means to us, because we can't keep making it about who or what, because it's sickening at this point. It's like wading in the limelight of feelings that I'm not meaning to step on your feelings. You don't want to celebrate it, don't celebrate it. But I'm fucking tired of trying to be what everybody... I don't care if you like me. I'm not here to be liked. I don't think people understand that, but you're going to learn if you stick around. Now, get into the main topic, the whole Rainbow Bridge thing. I'm sure some of you were watching the news along with me and getting bits and pieces. We were literally watching the Macy's Day Parade when they broke in about it, and all you see was that fire and stuff. And you don't get an explanation at first because it was, when it was breaking news, still being investigated. So, of course, you get all these pundits weighing in wrongly about what it was. Talking about, well, what's going on in Gaza right now could be affected because apparently having brown people in Canada means, oh, they're all just waiting to do something here. Like, we ain't got domestic terrorists on our own fucking soil. Do I have to remind you of January 6th? Because I won't stop reminding you of January 6th. That was our people doing that. That wasn't outside people. And I'm not going to act like I'm from fucking New York. I know shit happens. But to say that this was that, without any actual investigation being done, was a miscarriage of our media, and they keep getting away with this. To drum up fear, to drum up concern that didn't need. Come to find out, it was a Niagara Falls couple, business owners, allegedly on their way to a concert. The car, which some say was a Bentley, I don't care about the make of the car, they got out of control. They slammed into something, and it wasn't even, they didn't even cross the border check from what some stories are saying. There's so many different news coverages, but they're all pretty much saying the same thing. It was a couple in their 50s on their way to a Kiss concert that got canceled. They went on their way back. They were driving at a very high rate of speed, which could have been from a medical emergency, or could have been they were just people that didn't take traffic safety seriously, and they paid the price with their lives. And I don't want to mock the dead, so I'm not, because we still don't have the full story. But what I do know is that the media and several Congress people, which Eric Swalwell, I'm going to get to that in a moment, dunked on them, was trying to blow this up to a bigger thing. And I get it. We're a big globe just divided by different countries wanting to fight and war and just get into it with each other. And welcome to the chat, respect. But we don't need our media making mountains out of literal molehills right now. We have enough going on globally. Need I remind you that the war in the Ukraine didn't fucking cease? There's no ceasefire over there. What's going on in Gaza right now is still happening. That's not fucking ending. We don't need our media drumming up false senses of terror. We have a little gun incident every 5 seconds in our country, and you want me to worry about people who lost control of their car? That Rainbow Bridge thing was all over the news all day on fucking Thanksgiving Day, because our news media loves to drum up chaos. They love to make something that shouldn't have been as big as it was, bigger than it was, because they didn't have all the information. But then you get certain pundits. Let me remember that little pencil neck guy that they were on the breaking news thing. Because I remember the first guy's accent, the anchor's accent. I was like, oh, okay, maybe it's serious because it's a Canadian anchor talking. And then they let this guy cut in about what it could be. And he started right on Israel. And I'm like, how does that even correlate? And then they switched to the fire, and it's all on purpose at this point, the way the media sets it up. They switched to the fiery shots, and this guy talking about what's going on over in Israel and Gaza, and it's like, no. Are we really doing this? Are we really letting some American fuck asshole say stuff about something that has absolutely nothing to do with what this potentially is? And I'm just like, oh yeah, we're in this is the ninth circle, the ninth layer of it. How much more do we have to put up with our media until we say enough's enough? And it's not just the media. I don't really like to promote Huffington Post no more, because they get on my nerves with their nonsense. But even they had a good article, and I can give them credit sometimes when it's due, with Eric Swalwell calling out Ted Cruz and several others who decided, and Corey Lake, who he calls Corey Fake, several other beings that should know better but waste time in their Senate. And I don't even know why Corey Lake talks. I try to forget she exists until she pulls election scams. These people are in our Congress wasting time saying shit like, it's a terrorist attack. No, January 6th was a domestic terrorist attack. And I'm glad that Representative Swalwell continues to clap their stupid stuff back. But we need more Eric Swalwells. We need more people who are willing to do the job and stop these idiots from wasting our time. They would love for this to have been a terrorist attack, because that's the level they operate on. Because they believe that when there's enough chaos, you don't want the fake law and order, the fake bullshit that they give with their AR-15s, their guns before brains logic. And a lot of American people fall for the Republican bullshit constantly. And I'm not going to act like all Dems are better, but we hold our people to higher standards now. Is it 100%? No, because we've had, look at Mendez. He's going through some stuff, and I hope you get it right finally, New Jersey. I know corruption don't normally mean shit to you, but you need to stop. The man is literally on record asking, how much can I get for these gold bars that I got from overseas and you don't have to pay attention to it? The corruption's there. Get that man out of there. And Republicans, come on. You know George Santos is probably not even really George Santos. Why are we playing these games with these politicians? At this point, if we are just going to keep allowing these people to waste our time, what's the point? They're supposed to be legislating. They're supposed to be doing things to protect us on our soil and protect things abroad, because we are a part of NATO. And if they're not willing to do that job, why do we elect them? It's just tiring. And to have articles written like this where it has to show how these people have to clap back against their GOP counterparts because they want to call something that they didn't even have initial They didn't have any intelligence on this, and they don't really have any intelligence in their head. A domestic attack, but they still won't even say that about January 6th when it's in fucking 4K. These people storming our Capitol because they didn't like the election results. And need I remind you yet again, because I'm not going to stop reminding you, because I didn't do that stupid pussy hat rally that they did after Trump stole the election, because I had to work and I wasn't going to bother losing my job because I voted the right way. So no, I wasn't going to march and rally with you idiots that didn't. Because your demographic, the ones that were really there whining and talking about, never again. It shouldn't have been in the first place. He was literally on tape saying that he grabs women inappropriately, but didn't stop y'all from 43 and more % going for him. So no, I wasn't going to go to your little DC rally. But that was the extent back in 2016 of us saying we don't agree with this fucker. And I say we as Democrats, because there were a lot of Democrats from a certain demographic again that showed their asses, because it's really, y'all love to protest. Put yourself out there in pictures saying never again, but you don't show up at the polls. Until you match the 91% of us who get out and consistently vote to save our democracy, I don't want to hear nothing. But there's a vast difference in what happened January 6, 2021. When we all collectively said, no more. 4 years of this. We lost friends, we lost family, we are sick of this incompetence, and we voted to get that motherfucker out. And how did you reward us for not getting your way? Y'all bust up. You've had the money, you've had the organization to storm our Capitol, and you were going to stop a free and fair election. That's the terrorism that we should be worried about. Not something that happened allegedly on the Canadian border, which you find out happened more on the New York border. That little fiery picture that the media showed, yeah, that could stoke in people who don't want to critically think, oh, maybe there is terrorism on the rise. That'll ignore the domestic terrorism that constantly happens. The potential budding school shooter that gets indoctrinated by the internet and has no friends and decides, I'm going to make a name for myself. I'm going to shoot black people because we're always a fucking target of these idiots. Come on now. There's enough trouble going on our soil without our media creating imaginary boogeymen. And now with election season coming up, I notice China's the new punching bag again. I'm tired of it. The whole strategy of the world's our enemy, America first, it doesn't fucking work like that. If we are going to be a stronger world, we need to stop acting like divide and conquer is going to fucking win. It's not. We have to be more connected. We have to stop falling into the fucking patterns of, oh, I'm fearful, I don't understand this, I don't understand this, they look different than me, they worship different than me, they are different than me, I've got to be fearful. Our media plays that shit up, and after giving thanks, which some of us did yesterday, why do we live like this? Ooh, that's a lot. Let me see. Exactly, Beans. And that it was enough. There was so many people pulling that kind of fuck shit, and it's just so infuriating because they people fall for it. They fall for it in one breath, and they talk out of their faces all the time. Well, MLK. And they do that shit on Twitter a lot, too. And then in the same breath, they think there's Canadian terrorists coming down to, like, firebomb us. And our media plays that shit up. And then you got the people that they'll sit in a Chinese restaurant in New York, in LA, even in the Midwest. But then you talk mad shit about Chinese immigrants who helped shape our fucking country. Whether you want to accept it or not, the railways that you don't fucking appreciate in the first fucking place, that built a lot of our infrastructure, a lot of our trade, a lot of our country's economy was built on the backs of Chinese citizens who came over here with nothing and built the fuck up. Some of you really need to understand American history, but oh no, it's too woke for you. Get the fuck out of here. You're anti-Chinese because, oh, Xi Jinping. You don't even fucking know anything about Xi Jinping. I know enough about Xi Jinping. I don't like the fucker. Anybody who doesn't like Winnie the Pooh can't be fucking trusted. But he ain't gonna see my shit. He blocks a lot of this shit I'm on. So yeah, fuck communism, fuck China for the most part for that shit, but don't fuck the good people that come over here to work hard and be Americans. Your racism and bigotry towards them is heartbreaking. Because some of them really want to assimilate and be like you too, and I don't like those fuckers. You think you're adjacent enough to the white supremacy the way they don't hate you too. Good luck with that, buddies. It's just so... This is why my sociopathic brain don't work in this world sometimes. Because it doesn't make sense, the shit I see. The people who, like, kiss up to the haters. The people who think that they can be adjacent enough to the bigots and get away with it. And then the bigots who like to downplay the positive benefits of having immigrants here, of having people who want to be American, who take the time to do it fucking right, especially here. And it is not an easy system to navigate even when you do it right. But some people think, well, I'm adjacent enough to it. I'm part of the model minority. There's no such thing. I hate to burst your bubble. There's no such thing. If you aren't what they call the standard American, which is straight Christian and a white male, because not even you white females are included in that diatribe at all. And that's not to knock you white men. I know some of you get sensitive about it. Please don't bother me about that. I don't care. But the truth is, the standard is supposed to be you guys. Y'all are supposed to be the big bad leaders of our country. You're supposed to be the ones that we all stand behind and constantly put into power. So you're supposedly the standard. So that leaves white women out of that loop, whether they want to accept that and whether they want to gatekeep for the fuckery. So the truth of the matter is, no matter what we all do, we should be working together to be a stronger, better world, and we're not doing that. Instead, we are drumming up imaginary terrorism plots. We're making enemies where there shouldn't be none. Instead of calling for peace in places, we continue to allow conflict to reign supreme because it's profitable. And we need to stop making the shit profitable. And it's hard to understand how, but after that yesterday, just having downtime with the family, and I'm gonna get to that because I'm tired of constantly being upset, y'all. Let me get this up. There's a little holiday spread. Let's see if I can get this. Did I get rid? Nope. There we go. Like I said, I don't know how some of you celebrate your holidays, and I know that it's a touchy subject to some people. Thanksgiving, being black and indigenous, having a grandfather that was literally rehomed and raised by a white family, told that his ways weren't going to be his ways anymore. They knew better for him than his own people. And then they threw him away when he fell in love with my grandmother, who happened to be a black woman, my great-grandmother. That has been told to my family so much that I know it by heart. The thing is, it doesn't change the fact that we grew up American. And part of the American culture is Thanksgiving. Did we also understand the true supposed history of it? Of course, because we're not dumb. But the whole idea of telling people that they can't celebrate a day of gathering and feasting with their family, that you can't enjoy breaking bread with people that you don't get to see all the time, or just breaking bread with your family in your PJs watching the dog show like we do because we're fucking introverted and I don't want to do big gatherings anymore. I cook enough for a fucking small army, as you can see. I gotta fucking chill out with that because I still don't know what we're gonna do with all this fucking food. I can't eat it because of the stomach surgery, so it's just there to get on my nerves. The boys are taking care of it, though, thank God. I just don't think people understand that it's not about you feeling bad for wanting to have turkey on Thanksgiving or just be with your family on the day. Just know the history and understand that there are certain cultures that are sensitive to this history. I get that for some, it is a day of mourning because there was a fucking slaughter. There's no getting away from that. And if you do have native ties or any ancestry and you're not just fucking fake claiming it, which a lot of Americans do, you understand the ramifications. But if you are real with the fact that you don't get to do this but once a year. Because I don't do this shit for Christmas. It's too much food. It really is. It's a lot. It's heavy fucking laden food. And I only do it on Thanksgiving. Christmas is Christmas pizza. I love Christmas pizza. Everybody gets the pizza that they want. I make the dough myself. It's easy peasy. And then we get to the stuff that we get on Christmas. Because normally we get fun gifts. And I don't want to be fucking stuck trying to cook all this food on Christmas again. So this is just for this day. And yesterday was the day of giving thanks. I got the clown on the very weird Macy's Day Parade. And I say, you can tell when the mayor knows what they're doing, how cool the parade is. And while I did recognize some floats, I got upset because I was a little bit late. So I missed Snoopy. And I thought, did Eric Adams really get rid of the Snoopy float? I pumped my brakes, found out that was the first float. So I rolled back the rant I did on that. But that was a weird Macy's Day Parade. And I normally, when I'm in the kitchen cooking, like to have it on in the background and snark at it. I actually sat in the chair and just watched the entire coverage of it. And while Luffy's float almost popping because they couldn't control it and it almost went into a light pole was funny. And the Goku float looking like it was going to fly into the crowd was kind of fun too. I didn't understand half the stuff they did. It was like they just got any person that could pay the fee to be in the parade this year. And the only marching band that was on point was the Washington. I think it was either Washington State, whether they were a college or a high school, I'm not sure. But they were the only marching band that actually played, actually sounded good, and was in formation. I enjoyed you, Washington. You did the thing. Texas, what the fuck were you thinking? I don't even understand why your state was there. Because you're embarrassing. Get rid of Abbott. I'm not going to stop saying it. Your governor's a piece of shit. But you had them girls in frigid weather. Half of them were like half naked. In cold ass New York weather. And my assessment of any of this. And I know you're probably like, why is she critiquing the Macy's Day Parade? Because I'm a New Yorker. I grew up with this shit. The fact of the matter is, whenever a marching band focuses more on the drummers or the people dancing and when people don't do the actual song, they're not practicing enough. And no, it was garbage. A lot of those marching bands were just wasting time. And I've been to like small town parades that put more heart into their marching bands. What was the point? That was your big break. You were on the TV to the world, and some of you couldn't even be bothered to play your instruments. And Texas, that was embarrassing. Y'all didn't have a good year, as it is. Your governor was embarrassing this year, shipping migrants like they're fucking rag dolls. You had a very severe school shooting last year. Little babies' bodies, need I remind you? You are not looking good, and this is what you sent to New York for the world to see? Oh, no. That was hard to watch. I don't remember a lot of the floats. I think there was a Good Burger too, because of course, you know, Hollywood doesn't know how to get new writers, get fresh things. They think AI is going to replace all of us actual writers, and they're just regurgitating stuff from people's childhood now. So that was fun. I didn't recognize anybody from Sesame Street. I thought the girl from The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody was on that float, because I remember her. I don't know what's going on with Sesame Street anymore. I haven't had to watch it in over 10 years, so it is what it is. I might have to watch it again for any new kid, but I don't know. And that's not an announcement, y'all. I know I've been saying it in the home vlog. That's why I've been working on my health. There is plans, but there's nothing official yet. So that was not an announcement. It's just the fact that I do watch stuff like that. This is distracting now. Let me get this off of here. And I just want to wrap it up with some fun, because I have been enjoying the reaction. And I appreciate all of you who sit with me on different content, but I don't want the reaction to be about foodie beauty all the time. She gets on my fucking nerve. I need a break from Chantel sometimes. And yeah, I seen the newest grocery haul, and like I said earlier with her fantasy that her and Salah have friends over, and she's gonna eat all that candy. We know it, you know it. She's gonna eat all that junk food. all those things, and she's got diabetes, so good luck to her. I don't care. She's playing the game of fuck around to find out. But this is what my wheelhouse on YouTube normally. I like fun content, and the Fresh Prince of Yup is an amazing young man. He's been on and off YouTube for years now. When he gives it, it's fun, and I just thought it would be fun for the holidays to just react to some, because I've watched some of his Struggle Meals series, and if you haven't, I will have his stuff linked. Please watch it. You will laugh. He has some funny takes on this. So we're going to get this fired up, get some of my commentary to it, because as a home cook, that y'all saw the pictures of some of the food that I made. I didn't put the rolls up there because it's just rolls, and I didn't even get to really enjoy the rolls because I can't eat that shit no more. So it was mostly for the boys, the rolls and shit. When you seen the spread out, honestly, kiddo enjoyed more food than anything. He's loving it right now. But we're gonna get these struggle meals. This is part 9 of his Thanksgiving series. I'm telling you, these people make me glad that my mom had me cooking by 8 years old, because sometimes you gotta learn.
Like the Shibuya incident. Sakuna hit this with his domain.
And I'm gonna warn you, he's gonna make probably some Naruto things. I didn't watch Naruto. I'm more of a like Sailor Moon and stuff kind of anime girl. So he might make some references that goes over some of y'all's head. Just he's funny though. I think he's hilarious.
And that's it. It's a wrap. Yuji came back like,
Chantel sucks. Now, he's going to talk about why he was gone. I'm going to get ahead of this and get to it.
It's been a crazy last 2 months.
And yeah.
ATC's videos. This is a strictly like...
No offense. I want you to watch him.
What do y'all be cooking? Just
he's back. I'm glad he's back. That's what I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna skip ahead though.
Videos and pictures. We might do another like Thanksgiving struggle meal aftermath. So
I hope he does because it's funny.
Instagram, Twitter, whatever y'all can do. Right?
Don't send them to mine because I just react to the react.
That like button, notifications on.
I don't want them in mind that some of this stuff, for real, you're gonna see. I don't want that. I do not want that in my email because I'm telling you, you will laugh. This is the Fresh Prince of Yup.
Not a single.
He is funny. You're gonna hear him. He is hilarious. I've been watching him for almost a year now. He does struggle meals. He sometimes does cooking videos. Him and his sister have done some cooking videos. He's all over the place like most young people. But when he focuses on like his struggle meals or struggle signs, it's a fun series. And I went back and I watched, I think he's up to like part 14 for the struggle, you have one job. And the struggle meals, people send him all kinds of videos. It is funny, y'all. I'm telling you, you're gonna be shocked. As you can see, this is the kind of stuff people do to their turkey.
Bay leaves, no juice, nothing.
Wow.
So that's like a turkey if it just factory reset every piece of seasoning on it. Like, are they just thawing it out? There's no way, bro. They got that in the...
First of all, for me, you got to brine. We got our brine and bin. Action Wolf helped me clean it out just this morning because we bleach it after we use it because it's just for the turkey. It is a big ass Sterlite container and it's our brine and bin. I went way too big this year. I thought going just a size up, we didn't need to do that. We need to keep our turkey small. But it fit in the brine and bin, so I was happy about that. And you put that in with the salt water, with sage and lemon. And that's what the turkey soaks in for a few hours before you roast it. I do an overnight low and slow roast. Your turkey should be at least his complexion or darker. My turkey is always brown. I don't understand. It's not that fake looking TV turkey brown, but like if you do it right, your turkey's going to look right. That turkey does not look right. That turkey's anemic. I would give that turkey a blood transfusion. That is crazy to me.
Oven just ready. It's at a vanilla level.
That's another thing. Exactly means butter baste your turkeys. I know some people, I can't eat butter. Okay, then there are butter substitutes. I know some of you that don't eat meat. Please, this isn't the channel for you. I'm a Gen Xer. I eat meat. I'm sorry I can't be vegan. It's just not going to happen. Sorry, no. If that's you and you care about the little animals, I'm not. Go to Julian. Julian is I love watching. He did a pumpkin cookie thing. I'll link his channel too. Totally for you vegans. Bigger channel too. Go to him. Bother him. I eat meat. You don't like me because I eat meat? Keep it pushing. I'm okay.
There's not air on it. There's not anything on it.
Tastes good. Tastes the air.
I love his edits too.
And we know turkey is dry. Like, you can cook it so many different ways.
My turkey's not dry because Brian works. Brian and butter. It's your friends. I'm telling you. Axiom Wolf, was that turkey dry?
Like, for real, you ain't put nothing down but the turkey. I guarantee you that aluminum tray got more flavor than the turkey.
And thank you. That's another thing, and that's not to shame on people because I can't. I got my cookware passed down. I am lucky that I was able to salvage some of Grandma's pots and roasters. Y'all know what I've been through with my family. So being able to keep my hands on those pots and stuff means a lot to me. And I break them out once a year because they do the thing. Invest in a roaster. Stop using these aluminum foil pans. What the fuck is this? Unless you're taking it out of the house to, like, visit Grandma's house. Why are you using temporary... doing dishes sucks. Line your roasters with foil. I was able to clean my roaster quick because I lined the bottom with foil. I overused the foil and ran out. Couldn't tent the fucking ham. But you line your pans with foil or parchment and you don't have as much of a cleanup. These are just tips if you really cook and don't want to have a whole bunch of fucking dishes to do, which I still had a ton of dishes to do. I did them today. It happens. Don't be lazy. Clean your house. Stop being. I hate to go on a tangent, but the whole tin foil thing just screams, "Oh, I could just throw it out." And some of them don't even do that. Some of them just freeze the shit, and that's bad too.
What do the other dishes look like?
I'm afraid.
In the oven, like you got 15 minutes left in the tanning bed. No seasoning, no suntan lotion, just vibes. And don't let me see the turkey in the oven like this, because I'm calling somebody out. I'm gonna make an announcement. I'm gonna be like, hit the glass with the fork, right? I'm like, yo, who put the turkey in the oven? Who put it? And someone gonna raise their hand. I'm not even gonna say no. I'm gonna just swing on them.
My brother forgot the turkey for Thanksgiving.
How do people do that?
Carl, what you forget? What you forget?
Now, he's gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it too. In our family, when I did the big family gathering, because I have a large family, you only get one time to mess up. Like, one time. Whether it's to fuck up a side dish, or burn something, or even worse yet, forget something, you're going to be dead and the family's going to be talking about your mess up. That's how my family is. They're petty as heck. So I can't imagine being this guy right now, forgetting the main star of most of our Thanksgiving, the bird. Oh, baby, no. Oh, my gosh.
I'm still a piece of garbage.
Bro, like, come on. This is the most you had one job reaction I've ever...
His mom was done.
The main dish...
And he's lucky, because my family wouldn't have cared if there was a phone call recording. You would have got cussed out. You would have got cussed out, and then they would have circulated it on the internet to see how much you got cussed out. You would have got chewed though. Couldn't have been us, man.
No, the mama in the background she just let him have it. She's not letting this man get no words in. Like, she's just drilling this man, right?
Oh, he must have muted it, because I didn't hear it.
Like, hey, remember when Carl forgot the turkey? And at that point, you can't be mad at nobody. But
they're gonna be talking about it when he's gone.
How you forget the turkey? And I'm the sibling that's just like the sister who's recording, right? I'm recording all this nonsense because better you than me.
Exactly.
Thank you for letting me be able to live to see them today. You didn't have to do it, but you did, God. Now, thank you.
This one, I want you to see. Wow. We all have that auntie. I had my godmother is one of those. Constantly had to have the big ass Thanksgivings. Got mad at me when I finally said, we're not doing this no more. I'm tired. I don't want to be in your house for hours. Then I have to try to get home. No, I don't want to do this. Because the prayer would sometimes be longer than the meal. And I get it. Some of you want to give praise. You feel better giving praise. We gave a quick, short prayer before we ate. That's all you need to do. If everybody's praying at God, I'm pretty sure he doesn't need you to do an extra long prayer for everybody in the family before everybody eats. Food's getting cold, lady. I don't... Some people, and they're always the ones that are fucking up the most, too. I'm sorry, not sorry. The ones that want to take an hour to say prayer over Thanksgiving dinner because they're out there either in the streets or in the sheets being a freak, and they think they'll do enough of that during Thanksgiving meal to absolve themselves. Stop. Let people eat. Just say thank you for the food. Thank God for the food and get to eat. And this. It's always the church moms that always being the ones in everybody's business, messing around to do stuff like that. And that man fainted probably from hypoglycemia, and she just kept going. I don't understand these aunties. She said, stop smoking so much. Oh my gosh. No, it's not the fact that you got the poor man starving and not able to eat yet because you got to prove to the Lord and yourself that you're doing right. Okay. She's still going.
Oh, God, save in this family, God. Save my grandchildren, God. Cover them.
Wow.
My man passed out in between the prayer, and she just kept going and said, stop smoking. And on God, there's that one person, maybe two people in your family that has the longest prayers known to mankind. You could watch.
And I'm to tell you, they're always the ones that are messing up the most. Always. Bet on it. Always the ones in everybody's business. Always the ones starting shit, fighting, gossip. You can get all the juicy gossip for them because they in everybody's business. Yet they will have the longest prayers. They're probably praying because they know they ain't getting in heaven any other way with their bad selves.
The Marvel movies and TV shows in chronological order and back again, and they'll be like 10 seconds into the prayer. What more do you want from me? At the end of the prayer, y'all gonna call that 1-800 number just to give me 5 cents to feed me, because I haven't eaten in eons. Yep. And there's so much going on in the video. You got people getting their food, people eating their food, people passing out. Come, wrap that prayer up, please. Like, for my man passed out, fell backwards, came back up like a vampire, and then she just said, stop smoking.
This is why I like watching them. But I don't understand the coordination either. You know, that was the one thing about my godparents' place, too. They had lines. Eventually, you coordinated it to where elders got first, especially. Kids got served by their parents, and then parents ate after. That was the way we did it at her house. At Grandma's house, everybody knew when to go for their food. Ella did not play with that. There was no lines in Ella's kitchen. Get your food, get out of the way. I don't understand how some of these people be doing. But this is why I don't like doing big Thanksgivings anymore, because it feels like it would be too much to coordinate people like that. And I really don't want my family knowing where I live directly anymore, because no. Fuckers be trying to come for a Thanksgiving visit and then 6 months later they're still living. No, thank you. I'm fine.
Stop smoking. That's too damn
Now you're playing. No. Oh no. And this is why I was trying to coordinate another home vlog Thanksgiving style. And I told Action Wolf this is why I couldn't. Because I'd be trying to be all cutesy, trying to show my process and have something like this happen. No. When you're cooking, you should be focused on cooking. You shouldn't be focused on trying to tape the shots and get cute. There are a lot of amazing, like tie-dye chef Dave is another person. I love watching him cook. There are plenty of great cooking streams here on Twitch. You want to see somebody who's professional and know how to do that? I'll link all of those people. Watch those people. I do not want to try and cook and home vlog. It's not going to work for me. I am not professional enough for that. If I had dropped any of the shit that I work so hard on, trying to be cutesy and show off to it, no. That's the problem with the digital age right now. Everybody's trying to show the fuck off. And exactly, thank you, Depressed. I don't want to say your name right. DiPerelazete. I'm saying it wrong. I'm sorry. I'm going to call you DP for now. DP, you're right. Use a real roaster. I don't understand not using a real roaster. This shit happens when you use the foil, a flimsy. That's a flimsy aluminum pan.
We dropping like Thanksgiving food on the floor. Y'all not moving fast enough for me. Like I would have been with that little sauce.
I would have burnt my hands. I would have fucking burnt my hand. And no, I'm not eating off the floor.
And disbelief, like, and the dude who dropped it.
I hope they had a backup meat.
You don't want to hit you.
Or the sides are hitting.
You get something hot. You got a big tub of something, or it doesn't have to be hot, but you don't want it to get on you. So you do that one movie where you like.
I'm gonna tell you, and thank God for the ad break. Axiom Wolf was holding our bird, helping me get it in the oven like a newborn. He was so protective of it that I was just like, this is why I keep this. I love him. He understood the assignment. He was on point helping me out because he knew I only do this shit once a year. He did not want anything to go wrong. And that is why it's a team effort. And use real pants. For real. A real roaster will hold your bird no matter how big it is. And that fucking bird we had was way too big. Like, I had to cut down. I'm going to make a soup out of a lot of that shit because we have a lot left. Oh my gosh. Now, I do know some people,
You think? No.
not to pause again, but I do know some people do I don't want to say traditional because Thanksgiving is Thanksgiving. I know some people do like steak, some people do ribs. I've never done ribs for Thanksgiving. It's weird. I have Italian cousins, shout out again to you, Beans, that would bring like lasagna and what was that, stuffed shells and baked ziti sometimes at Thanksgiving, and sometimes it would sit on the table because we were already having carbs and shit. And if I'm eating mac and cheese, I don't want lasagna with it. I'm fat, but I'm not two kinds of pasta fat on Thanksgiving. So sometimes our cousins, because that's what they like to eat, would bring that shit. And whoever wanted got. Some of our cousins would mix everything, because when you got a blended family, you just eat what you eat. But I don't understand the ribs. Maybe this was down in Texas. And then when you look at how fucked up these ribs are, what the hell?
Okay,
Who made the ribs like this?
I'm like, man, not me thinking these are brownies. These are ribs. And that's the thing, like, you know, baking stuff doesn't take that long unless it's just like really homemade, you know what I mean?
And once again, the fake pants.
I feel like ribs, you gotta slow cook those, and you gotta check on those all the time. Like, what were y'all doing? What were y'all doing that y'all were neglecting the ribs? That both trays of ribs.
This is disrespectful as somebody who likes to barbecue and somebody who likes fucking ribs. This is not. I thought they were brownies at first too because I was casually looking over at the TV last night, and then when I found out what they were, I was like, this is why there's going to be a test, because kiddos getting to that age, he's talking to some girl from his school and stuff, and if they become serious, she's going to get a home cook test, because I can't have somebody on TikTok making my baby shit like this. I'm sorry, I am that kind of mom. I don't care. This is crazy.
You know, shadow realm blackness, and it's like them ribs are past jerky. They're past leather. That's tree bark. You might as well just go out and chew on some trees.
Oh, this is what I wanted to get to.
Like, it fucking sucks. It fucking sucks. It sucks. It's not funny.
Bro.
I'm sorry. He was heated. Maybe because they're friends, he used to take them to his mama's house. And they decided to go to somebody else's house. And I'm telling you, as somebody who, when I got to Florida, I trusted a friend. Not really, because I made my own backup Thanksgiving. I tell this story every year. He knows I love him, and it's no disrespect to his mama. But he invited us over to Thanksgiving. And he warned us, she doesn't normally cook. That was my first red flag. And I always buy my Thanksgiving stuff ahead of time. So I put stuff in the oven just in case, because I had a gut feeling this was going to be, we were going to be her test subjects. And of course, you got to go. I don't need promotion. I don't know. I can't. Honey, can you get thank you. Because I don't need promotion. I'm good. Thank you. We went over to their house, and turkey was gummy, not really done well. Mashed potatoes, which I don't normally eat mashed potatoes during Thanksgiving, was kind of glue-like. That's the texture I remember it being. She made a stuffing with cranberries in it that was both raw in the middle and burnt on top. It was hard pushing that stuff around my plate for an hour until they realized that we wanted to go home, and they were polite about it because they're Southern people and they knew. They were polite about it. Thank goodness. Oh, I just lost the chat. One moment. The thing is, I get that people. There we go. Got the chat back. Sorry, y'all. I get that people do different things during their holidays, but I always listen to what people say. I'm an introvert and a sociopath. So when somebody tells me that their mama don't normally cook and then they want us to be their test subjects for the one holiday that I got to be fat girl greedy for, of course I'm going to make a backup dinner. And that's what I did. I made a backup dinner. My ex, as I like to call him, the bum, chided me. Fucking got mad at me for daring. How dare you? That's offensive. You don't know if they're going to be back. He thanked me when we got home and we got to fucking eat a real dinner. Because I listen to what people say to me. This guy and I, not the bum, are still friends. So I'm not going to give too much away. But he knows by me telling this story who I'm talking about. That was a very, very bad. And then you came over my house afterwards and you realized that you like homemade mac and cheese because you ain't never had it before. And you still bugging me to make you a new pan of that. You should come up. No, let me not do that. Because I invite somebody up north, I'll have a new roommate and Action Wolf will kill me. Never mind, I'll try to ship you a pan down. Either way, my friends in Florida know that story because I have complained since that day that never invite me over your house to test Thanksgiving meals on if you've never cooked it. I don't want to be your experiment, man. Especially since it's not easy to make this food. It took years. I've been cooking the same family traditions, the same recipes for over 30 years now. Because they start you early in my family. You start as a kid. Whether you're cutting stuff, whether you're breaking bread for the stuffing, because we used to use actual bread for the stuffing. Now I use breadcrumbs. No shame to my game. I don't care. It all works. There are ways to do a lot of these meals that have been passed down for generations in my family. So it troubles me that people don't realize the amount of work that goes in. Some people you can learn on the fly. I don't recommend it for such a big meal, but your meal might end up looking like this: anemic chicken, anemic mashed potatoes, and stuffing that took up the majority of the plate. Now I want to see one more because I wanted to get to that one with the chicken wings. I don't even understand that. Let me see it.
Bro, his laugh is making it 10 times worse. And I'm sorry, I get it. Because if my Thanksgiving food looked like that, I would be equally as angry, if not more.
Same. That's some plain ass shit.
My man was truly angry. Like that, he was in the. You know you're angry when you're screaming in the car when no one else can hear you, bro. My man had that from the bellows of the deep. Like he was. That sucks. And the dude's laugh made it worse because he was laughing so hard, and the guy was like, "It's not funny." But if you tell me, and I'm already laughing, if you tell me it's not funny, bro, I'm laughing even harder, bro.
I'm the same way, and it's bad. It really is.
How much I want.
This was the one. This is the one I'll end on, and I will send you the link so you can finish this. Go, because it gets worse.
We got the dressing. Got
This is the perfect one to end on.
Oxtail. Let oxtail with some rice and gravy. Yeah. We got
What?
the goddamn.
You didn't even know what that was.
The black eyed pea and the macaroni cheese. Yeah. I got this hot water though, you feel me? So it unthaw, cause it been freezing. You know, that it taking too long though, so you know I got some hot water over here boiling for it, waiting on it. So on here right now, yes sir, we finna eat good on God.
Fixing to eat good. What? And orange strength.
So,
yeah, that was the exact feeling that I had. There's no shame. I got 2 deep freezers, 1 in the garage now too, so technically 3 deep freezers. I understand deep freezing food that you make so that you don't lose it. I plan on making a soup so that I can freeze that because it's easier. But what the fuck is this? That's what I yelled at the TV last night when the first scene. I was like, what in the fuck? Who does this? I'm manic, and this is more manic for me. Because why would you put all the food together and freeze it like that? And then he's defrosting it with hot water. Oh my lord, I can't. And then he's saying it's not fast enough, so he's boiling more hot water. And I don't know, you're going to pour it over it? You're going to make a soup out of it? And like I said, I just talked about how blended families put a lot of meals together. I ain't never had oxtails on Thanksgiving, but I know some families do it. Do what you want. I seen, I think, greens, beans and rice, which is another carb that you don't need with mac and cheese. Like, some of our people, we wonder why we got the health issues we do. There are way too many fucking carbs in that. Way too many. You gotta have beans and rice and mac and cheese? Come on, man. He didn't even know what the turkey leg was, if that was a turkey leg, because it could have been chicken. It's like, I get freezing certain things, but if you freeze last year's Thanksgiving like that, because that looks like that was last year's food. You ain't faking that front. That layer of ice, that's not from a couple of days ago. That was last year's Thanksgiving. I can't, y'all. But I'm definitely going to link the Fresh Prince of Yuck because he's funny. Like, I don't recommend channels willy-nilly, and I'm telling you, he constantly has me smiling, has me laughing. He's enjoyable. When I'm tired of the Shantopoulos and drama shit, I go to stuff that makes me laugh. I think you should all look for stuff that makes you smile, especially when it's the weekend of just being with people you love. For some people, it is a day of reflection, but for the rest of us, it's a day to give thanks. It's a day to laugh and chuckle, have some good food, and think about the fact that you're still here. What are you doing to make this world better so that you're not constantly focusing on negative stuff? Sure, I'm saying that as somebody who's waded into drama and other bullshit, because I can't stay out of trouble. I'm chaotic neutral. That's just the way I am. Trouble gravitates to me like fucking fatty with chocolate. I'm real about that. But it doesn't mean that I'm not trying to put positives into this world too. Gotta have that balance. And yesterday was a day of peace, good food, and just not being a constant negative. Not constantly harping on the bad, because my life is good. I'm not ashamed to say my life is good. And if your life is good or getting there, hold on to that, because this world isn't there yet, but we can get it there. That is what we should be focusing on. That is why I like being able to do this, even if it's for a little bit over an hour each Friday, an hour on Tuesdays. I'm trying to get it where my schedule can do more, but right now I think it's enough to just try to show what you can do, just being a little bit more socially and politically aware. And I'm not acting like I'm perfect at this. You see me. I'm laying in my fucking bedroom, y'all. I'm back to the bedroom Bonnet Chronicles again. Because we're still trying to figure out the office setup. It's a process. I want to do this right, and I want to make sure that you can hear me, and I want to be comfortable. As long as I'm comfortable, I can do this shit. But it's important to me that you know that I do care about doing this. Because there are too many fuck shits on this internet that waste y'all's time. And I don't want to waste y'all's time. I appreciate everybody who takes the time to come in here and sit with us. You know? But we will definitely be back in a few days. I don't know if we're going to do a Sunday D&D. The holidays have made it hard for the group. And sometimes we just want to play without being live. So I'm not going to promise that Sundays in Salona is back officially yet. But we are coming back soon, because I love DDO, been a long time member of that. I will be back on Tuesday this time. I couldn't do it last Tuesday because I didn't remember until almost too late that it was Thanksgiving this week. That was my mistake. And I had a cold too. So I was like, no, I need to rest. I got a lot of cooking to do and I still didn't feel good. So I took Tuesday off, but I will be back this Tuesday coming up for the afternoon Bonnet Chronicles. So I will see you all soon. Have a good weekend, y'all. I hope you had a happy holiday. And I meant what I meant about the YouTube drama. I like a lot of you reaction channels. I'm not trying to play high school clique, high school drama. I'm not picking a side. If I like your content, I like your content. It ain't got to be more personal than that. I just want to have fun and make fun of Chantal. I don't want to be in the middle of who likes who. That shit is dumb. I'm 46. I don't got time for that shit. So if that's you, you're going to waste your time with me because I'm not interested. Go ahead, honey. Fire it up. I know you've been waiting for it. y'all have a good weekend, and I will see you again soon. Thank y'all for coming.